It's the Sergio Show. And here's your host, Sergio Dominguez. Hello there and welcome to another episode of the Sergio Show. I am Sergio Dominguez. Now, let's get this show started with me talking about pencils. Yes, as a person who's a cartoonist, I use, guess what? A pencil to make my cartoons. Yeah, I use a pen, but in this case, pencils. Before I get to ink it, you gotta use a pencil. And I had a nice little obsession of pencils over the years. One of the things I love about pencils is sharpening them. I actually have a collection of sharpeners because I do have a little obsession with keeping pencils sharp. Because I actually don't like dull pencils. Pencils are so dull that they leave the outlines very thick and maybe sometimes thin and grainy. And I don't like it. I like it when it's sharp, but you get a nice, thin, precise outline out of them. And I just feel uncomfortable drawing or writing with a dull pencil. I go like, oh, this is just not right. Especially when I get the ultimate fear that a pencil's so dull, I end up drawing or writing it down to the wood. And sometimes you hear sound from the wood scratching on the paper. If you get to that dull point, I know it's not a big deal for a lot of people, or cartoons in my case, but it's just one of those little things that makes me comfortable or uncomfortable. I just want to let you know that for this episode. Now, as I said before, I do love sharpening pencils, to the point where once I bought a big packet of pencils, and with my sharpener collection, I would sharpen all of them until the point is perfect. I did it once for so long and so many pencils that I actually had this weird bump that actually had liquid brown pus on it. And it was growing on the middle of my finger and it would hurt. It was a sore or a corn on my finger. It was also like a blister, and it was growing while I was furiously sharpening pencils, because I did use simple sharpeners that you just twist it with your hand, not those automatic sharpeners, even though I used to own one, but really those simple cheap sharpeners that I would just twist around the pencil until the point was perfect, because you can check it on it easier, and if there's a little problem you just fix it if the sharpener was broken or too dirty to be reused. But that's what happened, a really ugly blister to the point where it actually popped, or I popped it, and it was just watery brown pus that just came from sharpening pencils. Could have been from the graphite or something, but it was so weird and unpleasant. And that's how I switched to mechanical pencils. And I just want to let you know about it. Well, with that in mind, I'm just going to go ahead and end this episode already. Well, thanks for watching and listening to this episode of The Sergio Show. I hope you have a good time watching and listening to this video, and I hope you learned a little bit more about pencils. Anyway, I'm Sergio Dominguez, saying, have an animated day. Sergio Studios.